I am hungry right now, actually. Yeah. I might actually go to dinner tonight, actually, probably at a restaurant, actually. So yeah. And also, speaking of dinner, what review can I review today? What review? I know, and today I am going to be doing my re-review again on Ratatouille. So yeah. So before I go, I'm going to say this when I go right over there. So yeah. So yeah, I am going to do that right now, actually. So yeah. Cue the intro. Okay then, so let's do this thing. Yep, that's what Linguini said in Ratatouille, actually. So yeah, so without further ado, let's start this review on Ratatouille, my second review, leading up to Elemental, which will be coming out next Friday on June 16th. So yeah, so without further ado, let's start it right now, actually. So yeah. Hey guys, this is Evan's Disney's Film Corner 2023 here in today. Guess what, guys? And today I am going to be doing my second review on Ratatouille. Came in the year of 2007. So yeah. So I'm going to read this plot on the internet. So yeah. So basically what the plot's about, Remy dreams about becoming a great chef. A great chef despite being a rat in a definitely Ruben but sorry, mispronounced the name, but that's okay. Passionate. He moves to Paris to follow his dream, and with the help of hapless garbage boy named Linguini, he puts his curly skills to the test in the kitchen. But he has to stay in hiding and at the same time with hilarious considerations. And Remy Revently gets the chance to prove that his curly disabilities a great food critic, but is the food good? A Pixar animation. So yeah. So that's basically what the plot's about this movie. So yeah, so I did remember that this movie did came out on June 22nd at the Coda Film theater, which I mispronounced it. His name, but that's okay. But also, yeah, and also I did remember that this movie actually did came out on June 29th of 2007, and also, yeah. And also, yeah. Even though, speaking of Ratatouille, it was originally, going to be, directed by, Jan Pinkerva, which, yeah, who actually came up with the concept in 2000, but in 2004, Pixar added Peter Sohn as a co-director, executors the story, but also, yeah. But after 3 months of lacking a conflicting story in the story, development, Pixar turned to Pixar director Brad Bird to direct it, and he got this movie was originally going to be directed by Jan Pikova, but Pixar decided to get Brad Bird to direct it. So yeah, but honestly, yeah. And also, yeah. And also, this movie also used a platform 30% performance improvements in rendering software was when they used Ratatouille in some of their marketing materials. So yeah. And also, yeah. And also, so yeah, guys. So what do I think of this movie? I have to say, this is definitely one of Pixar's best. This is definitely a fantastic Pixar movie. And also, yeah. And also, yeah. and also this is definitely one of Pixar's best movies and possibly one of their funniest movies as well. Ratatouille is definitely one of Pixar's most funniest movies ever. And also, yeah. And also, this movie has a really amazing food in this movie, and also, yeah, and it has fantastic looking food. Like, this movie also makes you hungry as well. It just makes you want to eat food as well, which also, yeah. And also, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those movies that definitely does make you hungry, actually, because the food in Ratatouille is definitely amazing, actually. It definitely looks very delicious, actually. And also, yeah. And now let's talk about the cast of this movie, which Patton Oswalt as Remy was definitely phenomenal in this movie. He was definitely fantastic in this movie, even though he did voice other animated characters. Like he actually did voice Max in the Super Life Pets too, and also yeah, and also Lou Rameau, which sorry I mispronounced his last name, which also did, correct me if I'm wrong if I actually pronounced his last name correctly, also played Afro Linguini, which I definitely thought he was definitely fantastic in the movie. And also Will Arnett in this movie was also great in this movie as well as host, which also yeah, and also Will Arnett has voiced many has actually voiced did many voice acting, actually. Like he voiced Batman in the in the Lego movie, in the Lego Batman movie, and especially the Lego movie 2, the second part. And also yeah, and also yeah, and also and also and also the actress who played Karen Turi, which, so I mispronounced her name, which is actually Linguini's girlfriend, which also was fantastic in this movie as well. And even Peter Son in this movie also played Remy's older brother, Emmy, which I thought he was fantastic in the movie. I mean, speaking of Peter Son, he was originally gonna do his Scratch voice, but he decided that he would voice that character instead, which honestly, yeah. And even Peter O'Toole as Ego in this movie was also fantastic in this movie. I mean, yeah, rest in peace to actor. Rest in peace to that actor. I mean, he did die back on December 14th of 2013 at age 21. I'm at age 81. So yeah, so rest in peace to that actor as well. And also, yeah, even the rest of the cast of this movie is fantastic as well, and still phenomenal. So yeah, and I also do like the scene where Linguini actually made Ratatouille. Remy actually decided to actually make Ratatouille with Linguini, and also yeah, and also after they make the Ratatouille, they get Linguini actually gives it to Ego, and Ego actually eats the Ratatouille, and he had a flashback of he actually had a flashback of his mom making him Ratatouille, and Ego ate it, and he was really amazed by it. And also yeah, and he was really amazed by it that he actually ate it, actually, that he actually really loved it. So yeah, and also I definitely did like the scene where Remy actually made soup, actually, which was also really fantastic. So yeah, and sorry I didn't have much to say, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, which is also an amazing scene. So yeah, and now let's talk about the music and the score of this movie, which is actually composed by the one and only Michael Giacchino, which honestly, the score of this movie still holds up to this day. 16 years later, it still is fantastic, and it still is absolutely phenomenal to this day. I mean, that Paris theme fits so well for his score of this movie. So yeah, guys. So, and now let's talk about the animation of this movie. I mean, it still holds up to this day. I mean, what do you expect? It's Pixar. I mean, it's going to have amazing animation, and it definitely does. I mean, the animation of Ratatouille still holds up to this day. 16 years later, it still is fantastic. I mean, yeah. I mean, I mean, the setting of Paris is definitely gorgeous and phenomenal. So yeah, and also yeah, and even the food in this movie looks amazing. Even the animation on the food looks fantastic. Like yeah, it definitely looks fantastic. So yeah. So overall, guys, I have nothing else to say about this movie. So yeah, so if you haven't seen Ratatouille, where have you been? I highly recommend it. It is streaming on Disney Plus. So yeah, so I'm gonna give Ratatouille a 10 out of 10. Spectacular. So yeah, guys, what do you think of my second review on Ratatouille? So yeah, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe my channel, and make sure to like this video. So yeah. So, stay tuned for next Friday, which I am going to be doing my movie review on the original Ghostbusters, which is the one from 1984. So, stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, which will be on Friday, June 16th. So, stay tuned for that. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys. So I make this wish, doing something more for us than this. Who's your favorite fearless hero? What can I say except you're welcome? You're just un poco loco. And we don't talk about Bruno, no. And bye.